talk to her.
Is there something you need?
Just want to talk. I want to be a legend. Stick with me and you'll be famous. No need to be so melodramatic. Well, tell me now.
Yes?
I want
Is
to
there
talk. Continue your story. Your mother was an adventurer, a mage of some skill. But she left that life behind and married rich. Seems you do not approve. She doesn't now, but she used to not know any better. So your mother was a money grubber, a gold digger. So she returned to her magic after she was poor. So she wanted you to... she wanted you to seduce a man. Music was beautiful. Take it your mother wasn't very happy. She was furious since she had fallen in love with a penniless apprentice bard. Love can do that. Take the path I was expected to and seduce Lord Farthington, or run off with a penniless bard. I should have done one or the other. As it turned out, I made a mess of everything. Being a young fool, I suppose that could be expected. So...
Yes?
she
Is
did
there
both.
something you need?
Just want to talk for a while. Continue your story. I should have run off with Denon or turned him aside. I did neither and was unwilling to disobey my mother. That couldn't have gone on long. Well, you know, if you're out canoodling with some roguish bard, some spoony bard, expecting some sagely old man in a purple robe wearing glasses with wild white hair to run in and yell, "You spoony bard!" An unpleasant scene, I would bet. I refused at first. So you chose Denon. My mother was crushed. She was turned out from noble society as she was feared, and lost everything to repay my stepfather's debt. Well, you did the only thing you could. She fled from Neverwinter with Denon, and we traveled far, and he taught me how to become a bard in my own right. I did not return home for many years. So Lord Farthington had lost his own fortune and years ago, and both he and his household were now dead from the plague. So I guess she made the right decision. She's dying. Oh, that sucks. Bone rot. Bone rot is a horrible disease to get in D&D. It's not nearly as bad as mummy rot, but still, that's bad. Is there nothing that can be done? I want an extract from a flower that is said can only be grown on the fabled cliffs of Mount Celestia, which is basically heaven. So basically you have to get a flower from heaven. But I have the potion. Well, thank you, Sharwin. Will not forget this. You better not forget it. I've been carrying that potion around for a while. Seatbelt. Yes. Muhahaha. +1 charisma, +1 perform, +1 persuade. That is my kind of belt. Alrighty then. We're going to teleport back so I can drop her off.
Yes? Is there something you need?
Level up. Sometimes their equipment changes. Didn't look like hers changed.
Yes? Is there something you need?
Go away. Only room for one bard in this party. Let's see, and I need to go talk to Mr. Long Death up here. Grimnaw. He's actually probably...
I know you. You were at the academy during the slaughter of the students. You were there when the assassins came.
Grimnaw's probably the best melee-oriented henchman you can get. He's a monk of the Order of the Long Death. They worship death. Not a god, just the act of, not a god of death, just death itself. And you seem a little bit creepy, Grimnaw. What kind of skills do you possess? Basically that means he punches things. Good. Persuade, 100 gold. Only have to speak to me. Alrighty then. Actually, he is not that hard to persuade. Even if you have a lowish persuade, he's not that hard to talk down because he senses that many people will die, that you're going to kill lots of people. Which is actually kind of true. I mean, in the Blacklake District alone, I killed how many guards? Not to mention all the prisoners I've killed.
Is there something you need?
Goblins. Oh, other things. Just want to talk. Conversation is one way to pass the time until the Silent Lord comes to claim us. I'd like to know a little bit more about you. Not really, I just want to give you this ring so I can never talk to this guy again because he's creepy. While I seek to forge a legend that will last forever. Well, I know that. That's why I'm making the legend. Tell me about your order. We bring pain, torment, and anguish to the denizens of this world. Basically, they terrorize and then kill people. Yeah. My order does not bow before any god. We worship death itself in all of its incarnations. Gods are transient. Baal's death is actually a really big plot element in Baldur's Gate. In the Baldur's Gate series, the PC games and their expansions. I forgot the word expansion there for a second. Oh, so you're from Mithril Hall. You may recognize that if you've read any of the books by R.A. Salvatore. And he was shunned
Is there
because he's
something
creepy.
you need?
They wouldn't accept you, would they? Sorry, I'm trying not to go too fast, but I've done this like a bunch of times. Talk to these guys, and I've had to refilm it several times. This is like the 5th time I've refilmed this. I did it 2 times before, but I wasn't happy. I did it once before. The settings were messed up, so the picture was like an inch across, really small square. So I had to redo it again. Then I wasn't happy with the quality, so I had to redo it again. And then something happened, I don't know. And then I had to redo it again. And then there was the problem last night with my hard drive getting full. So now I'm having to redo it again. But that's okay.